feels like we are right on the edge of so many really big things happening. It's good news. It is really good news. Okay, no crying, Emily. I cry too much on these videos. We've made a friend, haven't we, James? Good job. Basically, not there. Morning, Georgie. Oh, ow. Morning, Georgie. Hello, darling. Hello, darling. Oh, the cats come to see you. There you go. You got me up at night, didn't you? I've basically not slept. 3 or 4 hours I've got, thanks to everybody. 3 or 4 hours I think I've got. Did you sleep well? Good. Morning, Jamesies.
Mummy, James is not going to school.
No, he's not. Jamesies, should have gone on a bike ride this morning? Should have gone on a bike ride? Yeah? On an early morning one. Callie girl.
Mommy. On Thursday we have a party.
Do you?
Yes. A real party.
A real party.
With clothes.
Well, I should hope you're wearing clothes. I hope you're going to school with no clothes on.
No uniform, no sports wears.
Oh, sounds good. Right, go wash your faces and wake up, alright, darling? Let me go and wake up the other one.
Mommy,
yes?
how far I like you. I just need that.
Alright, I'll come in a minute. Let me go wake Adam up. Adam, obviously, always ends up. Where's Adam? Adam Larter. Adam Larter. Morning. Morning. Rise and shine. Come on, you. That's how I feel. I want to get back into bed so badly, but fortunately can't. Things to do. Things to do. Good morning, everyone. So I am now out on a morning walk with James and with Toto and with another dog we seem to have made friends with along the way and seems to be coming along for the journey. There it is. Very, very cute. A little bit worried that it's going quite far from home though, but obviously dogs here are kind of like all out and just free to roam. There's Jamesy's up there. Oh, having a poo. Oh. Get up! Whew. Hello. I love his little curly tail. We've made a friend, haven't we, James? Yeah. We've made a new friend, haven't we? I don't know. So a vet here once told me that all the local dogs, like every single local dog, like all the village dogs, we call all the breeds here local dogs, like if they're like Ugandan village dogs basically, they all originated from the Basenji, and they've obviously been like crossed with so many other dogs since to make a complete like old-fashioned sort of mongrel, like absolute mixed breed of, you just cannot tell what they are. Toto apparently will have some of that in him as well, although he obviously has some German Shepherd in with him as well. But Toto actually looks really quite different to a lot of the local dogs, bearing in mind I did just get him from in the village. You don't see dogs looking like Toto very often with longer fur. But yeah, I feel like that one you can tell, you can see the Basenji in him, you know? This isn't actually the first time we've had a dog join us to follow us. We had one join us like when we were far into the walk, and it followed us all the way home. I couldn't get it to stop. And because they're all like free roaming, I didn't know where it was actually from, so I had to let it come all the way home, wait for Josh to come home, and we did the walk all over again, asking people along the way if they knew who the dog belonged to. Eventually found the owner and then were able to lock it in with the owner. But I'm hoping this dog does actually follow us the whole way because we're quite far from home now. But he started following us near home, so as long as he follows us back, hopefully he'll know his way home. So my hand is still hurting so badly. It's actually looking a lot better. You gotta stay there, doggy, not join us as well. So I know in my last video when I spoke about the cat bite, lots of you were concerned and it was starting to get really red, really swollen and really painful. So I am on antibiotics for it now, but they feel like they're taking quite a while to kick in. It's still rather painful. I don't know if I mentioned, obviously Kovu's not on this walk because he's still in Kampala at the vet. He's been so poorly, we're still not quite to the bottom of what it could be. But at the moment they are treating him as if maybe he's contracted a tick-borne disease. Morning. As if maybe he's contracted a tick-borne disease. They can't do the test for it because the only lab in Uganda that does the test is closed for renovations. So it's a little bit of guesswork right now, which I don't like in case we're wrong or wasting time. But yeah, he's been really unwell. A few moments ago, I just walked past what I believe is like a Mormon community. I think that's what they are. I hope I'm not being really ignorant there. The first time I came across them a couple of years ago, I was really taken aback because it's just not something I've really seen before, because in the UK it's just not really, yeah, it's just not really a thing. I know in America it is, so I presume they originate from America. But yeah, as in like the very traditional, where they all wear, the ladies wear their very covered up long dresses and the little caps, and all the men wear matching suits. And it's just, you know, on this walk in the middle of Uganda, it was just something I never expected to come across, but I find it absolutely fascinating. I'd love to know more about them. I say hi, and actually one of the guys helped once when one of the kids got a flat tire, but I don't really know much about what they're doing here, how long they've been here for, or anything like that. But yeah, I find it all quite interesting. Ooh. My pace is slow this morning, but this is the first walk I've come on in several days because obviously I was really poorly with food. Oh, these two are getting on, but having a little bit of a, oh, Boda, James to the side. Anyway, so I'm going a lot slower than usual, but also I am absolutely shattered, guys. That was a terrible night's sleep. We didn't go to bed anyway till about 2 AM. I'll explain why later. And then I think it must have been around 3 AM that Dash woke up for a feed, so I was up feeding him at 3. Then at 4 AM, I don't know, something happened. Basically, one of the vents in our house is broken, so the cats can get out. Otherwise I lock the cats in at night because it's not very safe for them to be out. We need to get it fixed because they're escape artists and they've learned to climb up and get through the little air vent thing. So the cats were out and I heard some terrible noises at 4 in the morning. I'm presuming another cat came in and there was a cat fight, but obviously I was worried about my cats. So at 4 in the morning, I was up and trying to find them all. I could only find 2. It took me probably half an hour for all 4 to come back home. So I was up then. Then I went back to bed. Then, around 5 AM, Dash woke up for another feed. So I fed him, went back to sleep. About 6:45, Dash woke up for another feed. So anyway, it is like having a newborn. Yeah, a little bit tired now though. Gosh, that was a palaver. We're like an hour away from home now. The dog is still with us, but some other dogs just came running out, like 3 big dogs, and attacked him. And he was terrified. He started sprinting off in a really random direction. And I mean, I know dogs are probably quite switched on and can probably find their way home, but I just don't know. I don't want to leave it now here. I'd feel really bad. So I had to try and coax him back, not knowing his name or anything. But yeah, he's back with us. He's very, very sweet. He's obviously very young. He has run into the back of my legs like 5 times now. Luckily, he's not too big and strong. That's what happened to my mum. Honestly, look at this. This dog, I used to brag about how he was such a clean dog that we used to go out everywhere we went. If there was a puddle, he's very carefully like go around it. He wanted to stay clean, like he really, really did. And me and Josh just can't understand it. I'm sure it's because Amber, my parents' dog, I always complain to my parents because every puddle she lies in it, and I would complain to them all the time and say, my dogs don't do that. And since coming back to Uganda, any puddle, Toto goes into it. And he is, honestly, Josh can't believe it. He's like, what has happened to this dog? He hated getting dirty, and now he purposefully, if there's like zigzags of puddles, he'll walk through all the puddles. Okay, the sun's out now, it's so hot. And we've been walking for 1 hour and 45 minutes, so it's been about 1 hour and 40 minutes that this dog has been with us. And now we're walking back up the road that he joined us on, so I'm kind of hoping he goes off home now. Right, this is where we got him from. Oh no. Darling, I need you to stay here. I don't want to be mean to him, but go back. Go. 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 Come on, go. 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 I feel bad. No. You go. 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 I feel so mean. Okay, phew. It's worked. Oh. Ta-da! Did you enjoy having a companion for the walk? We are back, all showered and clean and ready for the day. And I'm going to make some baked oats for breakfast, I think. And I think James will have a little bit of mine, but he's already had breakfast, haven't you? What did you have for breakfast? What did you have for breakfast?
Bread and porridge.
Bread and porridge. All the big kids are over here. Again, glued to screens. We've got Babjay on a tablet, John on a phone. What are you holding, Weisper? Tablet, and Derek watching the TV. Right. Banana. Blender. Baking powder. We want our oats, which I've started keeping in the fridge, hoping that the insects stop. Yeah, I'm putting it there to try and make sure the insects don't go. Right, so we need my milk, various seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds. Yeah, it's fine. So we're going to put it in here. Blend the oats up. I know you don't need to. Whoa! dizzy. I think because I'm not like walking everything. Leave the chocolate in there for a minute, darling. Done all that. Right, you're eating with me. Are you gonna eat a lot of it or no? Are you gonna eat much? Yeah? Right, so let's do a whole cup. That cup of this in there. Oh, that's not, I'll tell you what. You hold the cup, I'll pour it in the cup for you, and then you pour it in there. Sound good? Yeah? Good job. Only a little bit on the side. Right, we're gonna put a banana in. Do you want to take the skin off the banana and check how the banana's looking?
Yes.
Yeah, do you take it off then? You do the banana, and we'll do a teaspoon of baking powder. It's bad, I'll have to cut that bit off. So just peel the banana and I'll check it. Baking powder. Banana. Right, we'll do, I'm making this up now, I've forgotten the measurements. Cup of soy milk. Oh, ready to hold it? Hold that again. Maybe it's supposed to be half a cup, I can't remember. Pour that in there, you can be really careful. You can see it pours through, out of these bits, yeah? Okay, yeah. Hold it straight. And pull. Good job, Jamesies.
This is big.
Yeah, it's a cup, just a tablespoon. And you're going to do one of each load of seeds. So fill that with 1 spoon and put it in there. That's good, yeah, perfect. Put it in. Right. It'd be easier if you go that way, darling, and scoop upwards. See? Yeah? There you go. Scoop up. Scoop up. Yeah. Go on, it's fine. That'll do. Right, that, I believe, is everything we're putting in there. We're going to blend it, and then we're going to chop up a bit of dark chocolate and put it in as well. Oh, thank you, Jamesies. Right, I'm not very good at this. Oh, it's rock hard because it's been in the fridge. Tell you what. Better.
This one?
Hmm?
This one?
Yeah, thank you, Jamesies. Making a right mess, aren't we? Just going to stir it in a little bit. Stir it in.
Like this?
Yeah. Let's pick it up carefully. You put it in here. Good job. Well done. You close. And then we press this one.
This one?
Yep. This one. Bake.
This one?
Yep. And start. Done. We'll wait for it to be ready. Okay? Okay. Right. It's done. Took ages. I don't even think it's fully cooked. Got bored waiting. Right, James.
Yes.
Enjoy your meal. It's hot, by the way. It's below. It'd probably be healthier with like extra fruit rather than chocolate, but sometimes I like a nice sweet treat, and it is dark chocolate, although it's not very healthy dark chocolate, this one. I normally put a bit of salt in it, I forgot. No, don't, you can't, you put it in when you're cooking, you don't put it in now, don't worry, darling. But thank you. I don't know if I mentioned that James is obviously on school holidays. I'm losing track of what I'm talking about and what I'm not, because I'm trying to really up the content on everywhere. So I've got the Instagram, TikTok, and I've got our Patreon page and here on YouTube. Sometimes I'm like, what have I done where? Like it's, my brain is like all, but yeah, James has finished term, so he's on holiday, and the other kids have just got 1 week left, and then they are as well. Right? What do you think?
Hmm?
What do you think of the food? Do you like it or not?
I like.
Right guys, so the reason I was up until 2 in the morning was, I don't even know what I'd say, what sort of mood I was in. I was almost like going a bit mad, honestly. I was a bit manic because I was going from being so excited and all this to like really anxious, and I was just basically right. But it feels like we are right on the edge of so many really big things happening and going right, and weirdly it terrifies me because at this point in time I'm so used to almost everything going wrong. We need something to go right so badly, and the fact that like there's a few things that like look like they are, like, one gets me really excited but then gets me so anxious what could go wrong and how that could end up being disappointing, if that makes sense. So 2 main things really. One is that Josh is actually, he's gone today now, and he's meant to be picking up a very, very, very important piece of paperwork to do with the adoption. This piece of paperwork, it will just mean things really do start moving. Okay, so I'm like, what could go wrong? But the bigger thing, and the thing that was keeping me up yesterday, because yesterday was the last day of the month, was that I was at the end of that financial year and I was working out what my income had been. I messaged with the accountant, everything, to see if, like, what we could do to make sure that I've met that minimum income requirement, so that if the adoption goes through this year, that is what we use as the financial proof, so that I can apply for the visa for Josh and the kids. And I've met it, guys. I've actually met it. I haven't worked out my expenses yet, like my self-employed expenses. I need to take them away, but as long as they're not crazy, I've met it. And I just couldn't believe it, so I was up really late double checking, because I was like, what if I've done something wrong? What if I've added an extra 0 somewhere and I'm way off? But it looks like I've definitely met it. Still though, like, 2 things that make me worry about that. One is that I'm just not convinced. Like, even though I know when the Home Office looks at your application, they look at your income, they look at all the proof of income, and as long as all the income's there, that is what they look at. They don't look at your outgoings, they don't look at everything else. But I'm just not convinced in some way that that's true, even though I've been told and I've read over and over that it is. Also, just the fact that it is very up and down. Like, I've steadily had tutoring mostly, but even tutoring isn't like a set amount of hours a week, it's a 0-hour contract. And then obviously all our online is very, you know, some months are great and some months aren't. And I know that's the same with a lot of businesses and things, but I'm just so worried that, like, we know what the state of immigration is like in the UK and how strict they're trying to be, and I'm really scared what they could pick apart. So I don't want to get my hopes up too much. But the bigger thing, and the thing that really is getting me worked up, is that it went up from £18,000 a year up to the 29,000 that is currently on the minimum income I need to be earning. I can't have anyone help me out with that. It has to be me. It went up, and it was meant to go up under the Tories then to 34 something and then to 38 something. And it got paused when Labour came into power, and it got paused, it got frozen at the 29,000, and then it's being reviewed. So it's being reviewed in June, which is not far away at all. And I don't think we have a clue what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to go back down. I don't know if they'll keep it where it is. I don't know if they'll go ahead with the Tories plan and put it up. It's literally so up in the air. I'm actually gonna get upset because it's just like the way it's like, I know that things have to change, but already the jump from 18 to 29 I think is pretty big, and I don't feel like they should be making more jumps yet. Like, that's just crazy. And also it means a hell of a lot of people in the country, if they fell in love with someone from abroad, wouldn't be able to apply for them to join them. I know the cost of living is expensive, but they don't take into consideration that obviously you hope, we plan for your spouse to be working as well. Even if my spouse was a millionaire but abroad, wouldn't count, wouldn't matter. They only take into consideration my salary, the person that's applying for the person to join them, my salary in the UK. Isn't that just crazy? But it's just the way it is. It's just boxes that need to be ticked. But I'm just scared that, like, I'm so excited that I've met it. I'm getting, and normally I'm so feel so sorry for my accountant. He does the charity accounts and he does my accounts. I always send everything. I'm a very last minute sort of person, and it's the first time that literally the night that my tax year was ending, I was getting everything together. Like, I don't think that's ever happened, but I was so overexcited and so anxious about it, like all mixed into one. And yeah, he's ready to get it all sorted for me and get all the documentation I need from him. But June is so close, and I just don't know. Like, okay, they probably wouldn't implement things like this, but they might give a couple of months warning, but still it's not long at all. We still have some really big hurdles. This is huge, but we still have some big things to be able to get through, to even get to the point of applying to go to the UK. But this really will change everything, really, because it will mean that in theory I could apply for us to go all together. There's all sorts of emotions at the moment, and then I get really in my head, and I was imagining turning up in the UK and all this, and I was just, or whatever, and then I was ringing Josh about all the other things. Like, I feel like there's so many little things that we haven't got sorted. Like, we need to sort out Josh's driving licence is in the wrong name. The tests for the dogs and the animals to go to the UK take months. So like, I'm like, we don't want to leave that last minute, because then what about if we were delayed because of that? So much needs doing, and I was just, yeah, even rang my parents crying because it was just a lot. But yeah, it's good news. It is really good news. This is the best news we've had in a while, and I'm just waiting for Josh to please give me good news about what he's picking up today as well. Okay, no crying, Emily. I cry too much on these videos, but it just feels like, it's felt at times like we'll never get there, because nothing, like whenever I try, just more things go wrong, and we don't make any progress with anything. And so the fact that we've got a few things now looking like they're going in the right direction is, it's almost scary. It is, yeah.
You came along, couldn't